104.1 KRBE.
KRBE HD1 Houston.
Cumulus Media Station.
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
The Eras.
All right, Swifties.
It's coming back in the fall to Indianapolis, to New Orleans, and to Miami, Florida. This is your first keyword of the day. There are 4 keywords coming at you. At 11 o'clock is the next one, then at 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So here we are with the 8 o'clock keyword. Text the national keyword CLEAN, CLEAN, to 95819.
95819.
Yeah, the word is clean. It's 95819 right now to enter for a chance to win the trip for the Tay-Tay Flyway. The Taylor Swift Flyway, round trip tickets, $500 spending cash, 2 tickets to the show, hotel for 2 nights. Sam will have the next keyword at 11 o'clock. Now we're focusing on your calls at 713-390-KRBE. Is there a job that you do that when you meet somebody to date them, you kind of have to give them a warning label about your job? You know what I mean? Like, oh, well.
Like if you were dating a morning show host, be advised if you're going to be in a relationship, that alarm is going to go off at an hour that is going to wake you. You're going to be like, oh my God, it's 3 a.m.
Or you dated someone and you realized if you date that person, like say, like a personal trainer or a nutritionist, be prepared for stuff. You know?
Yeah, like Carla has a story about that. Carla, are you a personal trainer or did you date one?
No, I was a personal trainer for a very long time. I was a health and fitness specialist for the military as well.
Oh, wow.
And did training. And yeah, I mean, if you have someone that's actually committed to their field, and you're going to run into issues because, you know, you want to go work out. It's a part of your life, or also eat healthy. And sometimes that's not always, you know, the fun thing to do when you're dating somebody. My ex-husband, for example, he loved, I started competing in 2008. And when I started competing, he loved the way I looked. But
competing for what? Like Miss Fitness World or bodybuilding?
I did fitness competitions, and so back then it was when I would do the fitness routines and all that, and then the swimsuit. And I won Miss Fitness Arizona 2009 and 2010.
Wow!
But he didn't like the rest of it. Like, oh, you're going to work out, and oh, this, and
we got to eat this.
We can't drink any alcohol. We can't eat anything fun.
Yeah, it's Friday night.
Each other.
Tonight, let's go out to eat. We'll get some steaks. We'll have some wine, and you're like,
oh, soy sauce has sodium, and that's gonna bloat me out. Can't have any sushi.
That'd be hard.
And I'm not judgy. Like, anytime I've been around friends or anyone else, I'm like, hey, if you want to do that, have at it. But, you know, I just live differently. So it becomes really tough. Because,
so yours is, if you're going to date a personal trainer, be prepared for the commitment of their diet and their nutrition.
They're going to be working out all the time.
Date somebody who's
and
really
judging
fit.
you on what you eat.
Did you judge him ever,
Come on.
Carla? Did you ever judge him?
Come on, you judged him.
No, I have never been judgy, but I will tell you this. There were times that I honestly feel I wasn't invited places because people thought I was going to judge them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can see that.
Yeah. Let's not invite Carla because we all want to be bad today. We want to have steaks and baked potatoes. So maybe Carla shouldn't be there.
They probably are just thinking as soon as you get in the car, you're going to say something like, oh, mystery solved.
Or they want to invite you to like a pool party. They're like, oh, great.
She's got the hot bod.
Yeah, it's like,
or invite Carla to the pool party so everyone can look at the shiny thing over there, and then you can slip into the pool. Nobody noticed you got in there.
yeah, while they're all looking, you sneak in the pool.
It is the truth, Carla. And Eric, you know it. When it was Eric's birthday or your wife's birthday, we were in Vegas, and there was a real chunky guy. There was a DJ at the thing, and he was dancing, like living his best life with no shirt on, and he was making a spectacle of himself. When the DJ was dancing, remember at the end of the pool?
Oh, yeah.
And that's when all of us joked, get in the pool right now. Get in the pool right now. No one's going to see us take our cover-ups off. Carla, have a great day. Thanks for listening to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Love you guys.
Love you too, honey.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so
Thanks.
much.
Leslie's up next, 713-390-KRBE. If you're going to date blank, be prepared for blank. You fill in those blanks. Hi, Leslie. Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all today?
Hey,
Wonderful.
fantastic.
We're great. So you have a very unique job. I understand you told Ahmad. What is your job?
So I'm the program assistant for a zero suicide program.
So suicide prevention program.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the phrase then? If you're dating somebody that does your job, be prepared for what? What do you not want at the end of the day?
So like in the evening when I get home, I'm so exhausted from trainings and whatnot around suicide prevention that I don't want to talk.
Yeah, you're emotionally
You're like,
drained.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You're talked out.
So are you in a relationship? Do you have a family that you go home to that you just don't talk to, and they're like, I want to talk
Well,
about our
I
day?
stay with my mom, and she's 82, and she doesn't quite understand that, I don't always want to talk about the day or whatnot.
I hear you.
I mean,
So you're
thank
like,
you
I'm
for what
talked
you're
out.
doing.
You want to talk
It's-
about something fun or
Yeah.
different,
Right.
not.
But she doesn't want to talk about that.
It's like kids at school.
Yeah.
When you pick your kid up, say at 3:15 or 3 o'clock, they don't want to talk about how their day was. They want to get
Right.
the hell out of there and play Fortnite.
They're
or
like,
do
it was fine.
She has such an emotionally draining job.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to bring that back up when I had free time.
Well, especially because in your job, Leslie, it's not like, hey, how was work today?
Yeah,
Tell me all about that. And I know you said you're a trainer, so maybe it's a different aspect, but all of it,
still
the whole
dealing with it.
umbrella of what you're doing is a very
Saving
emotionally
lives.
tough. So, I can
and
totally
just
get that.
One death is one too many to me.
Yeah, of course.
And so I hear the statistics all the time and deal with the data, deal with training people and trying to educate that this is preventable and this is something we can do something about.
Yeah.
Well,
God
thank
bless you,
you.
Leslie.
You're a
Do you want to
good
give a
person.
shout out to like your organization so people can look it up and maybe get more information?
donate.
Yeah, it's actually the Harris Center for Mental Health and IDD. In fact, Ryan, you're going to be there next week.
Yes, I am.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm going to have some art there.
Ah, donate.
Yes.
Nice. Donate.
Yeah, donate art. Yeah.
So
Love
it is
that.
the Harris Center for Mental Health and IDD, you said?
That's correct.
Okay, we'll look that up. And good. Brian can post from there and we can see
Oh,
more
I
about
absolutely
it.
will. I'll post
All
all,
right.
the info.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leslie, so much. That we're filling in the blanks.
I
If
never
you're gonna
thought about
date
that, by the
this,
way.
you're going to have to know about this.
I mean, the people that have those kind of high stress jobs that when they're done with the day,
Yeah.
The cops,
It's like, don't talk to me.
firefighters, they
Yeah.
want to talk about what happened. And
Yeah. Laura's up next, 713-390-KRBE. If you're going to have this job, you're going to date this person with this job, what do you need to know about them? Laura, you fill in those blanks. Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
wonderful.
What do you do, Laura?
I'm a dental assistant.
Oh, okay. So if you're dating a dental assistant, be
What do
prepared
we
for
need to
what?
know?
Yeah, I know where this
Yes.
is going.
So,
Floss.
yeah.
I can
so
tell.
the first thing I see on people, like whenever I'm in a date or anything, is their teeth, and I really try to not do it. Like I just try to look at their eyes, their hair, anything else, but it's just I look at their front teeth. And I'm like, oh yes, oh no.
Yeah, you're like, wow.
Your gum line is receding. Did you know?
Yes, or like,
Ooh,
oh
you're
my
not
god,
brushing enough.
Yes, I'm like, you have gingivitis.
You tell them that or you just think it?
Yes. So my friends already know, like, whenever they introduce me to a new person, they'd be like, okay, Laura, please do not stare at their teeth. I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
And then you do it. You're like,
Meanwhile.
those white strips work wonders. Have you ever tried the white strips? Oh, gosh. And Laura, when you're on a date, and obviously the person, the nature of your job probably comes up because that's an ice-breaking conversation starter. Does the person make a joke, like an uncomfortable joke, like, oh, God, are you looking at mine? Like,
look at my
is it
teeth.
okay? They cover their mouth all of a sudden?
Yes. So that's because right now I'm single, so I'm going on dates right now. And as soon as I say, oh, like I work in the dental field, they'd be like, oh. And depending on the person, like if they're not confident enough, that's like probably like something that they will feel insecure.
Yeah.
So I told them, hey, like having white straight teeth is not that's not real. That's not the right thing. Like everybody have their own way of teeth. Not everybody has to have white teeth and straight teeth.
in
Like,
movies.
for instance,
Yeah.
Perfect movie
Well, they
teeth.
all
Yes.
have veneers
Yeah,
and
yeah,
caps and
yes, that's something. It's like having the perfect body. That's not for everybody. Like some people like chubby people, some people like tall people, short people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the teeth.
Short,
So you're
chubby
saying,
people.
you're saying teeth come in all shapes and sizes.
Right.
and-
Yes,
And shapes.
definitely.
Is that shade
Yes.
gray
And
over there?
if you have a small mouth, you can have perfect big teeth. Or if you have a big mouth, you can have perfect small teeth. Like that
Why
doesn't
is
make
my
no
tung
sense.
licking my teeth right now? The whole time you're talking, I'm like,
I feel like I
look
should-
at my
yeah, it's
teeth.
I
like
bet a lot
packed
of
teeth.
guys, they smile with their mouth closed when they find out what
Come on,
you're
what do
doing.
you do? Like plastic surgeons, I know some, and they say they can't help it. They look at a body and they see imperfection. They see what they could fix.
But they could fix.
Or I bet they
And
also
they're not
look
trying
at
to be
some.
mean. It just happens that that's their job.
Bet
Yeah.
they look at some who they know the people have had work done and are like, ooh, that
Like
was not,
architects,
that was not good.
Marco, your
My
brother-in-law, I'm
was
sure he
an
looks at
architect.
buildings and he's like,
100%.
oh, yeah, why they do that? They could have done
And
that.
to your point, Eric, if you're around somebody in a field so much that's so zoned in, he has pointed out this one specific building to me where the arch isn't quite right. I would have never known it before. And now I
Bridget?
can't not look at the arch not being right. It drives me crazy. But we were doing this thing. Y'all can go to the listener line too, 713-278-VENT. Jasmine said, dating a high school football coach, no, you will not see them from July to February.
Oh, yeah.
If you're dating a server or a bartender in a restaurant, you will not see them on weekend nights because that's where you can make the most money.
I would think the other thing would be they're going to smell like food when they come in.
It's not a bad thing. It's better than some other like garbage.
That's
Smell like
true.
garbage or
Yeah.
a proctologist.
This proctologist, gosh.
I don't think he's going to smell. They use gloves, Eric.
Maybe gasoline. Think of other questions.
Well, in any case, whatever
my
it is you're
God.
doing, go to the listener line, 713-278-VENT. Coming up next, there are things that we do every day, but nobody ever talks about it. There's a list of things everyone does, but never talks about. What do you think is on that list?
Are they shamed because of this or just things we do that we're embarrassed about?
Maybe you're embarrassed about it or you don't realize you're doing it and we all do it, but you don't actually talk about it.
Okay.
We'll go through this. Y'all can throw us something on text too at 37530 that you do every day that you don't talk about. But we'll go over it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Oh my God, is that something getting me on my back and my neck?
What's going on with you?
What's scratching me? Oh, it's just the tag on my shirt. That is something that people do every day. And you don't talk about it.
What's that?
I just did it on the mic, but have you ever been sitting like in your car at a movie theater, at your desk at work,
that a
with your
bug?
kids, and you're like, "Oh my God, what's there?" Oh, it's the tag of my shirt. That's on the list of things that we
First
don't
of
talk
all,
about. That we all
behind the
do.
scenes, Roula came in here. It was pitch black. It looked like she was naked. She's wearing just like a vest,
It's like peach or something.
and her
Yeah.
and her shirt
Like
is skin colored,
Apricot.
I mean, it is
Apricot.
very.
Not your skin color. Your skin color is like
white.
Well, I'm very
flower.
pale.
Flower,
Super
aspirin
pale.
white.
Super pale. And this peach shirt doesn't look like I'm wearing any shirt.
She just came in. We're like, are you just wearing a down vest? That's it.
Just wearing a vest. Because, we were boiling hot on Monday and then we were freezing cold, but I'd rather take the freezing cold than the
take the
boiling
cold
hot.
Yeah, I'll take the cold any day.
Other things that happen every day to us that we don't really talk about. Why is it when you're swallowing water and like you take a gulp that's just a little too big, you just think you're dying because that giant gulp of water is going down? You're like, oh, it hurts so bad.
Or you forget how to drink.
Yeah.
Like, how did I just choke on water? I've lived on this earth for many a year.
It is the dumbest thing ever when you have to ask yourself, how did I just do that?
Yeah.
Because you're like, what the hell is this?
You forget to walk, and you just trip over
Left foot, right foot, left
the
foot,
hell?
right foot.
This one sounds like something Sam does because I don't have the kind of time, maybe unless I was in front of my computer.
Uh-oh.
It says when you get a call from a weird number and you immediately Google it to see what is that number back to. You feel like you seem
don't
to
do
me
that.
as a Googler of things that you don't know. Like, who's that? Let me Google them and find out what their story is. Who's that? If you're in front of a
maybe for
computer.
that.
Absolutely Google
Yeah.
people, but not
Not
phone
educational
numbers.
stuff.
Phone numbers.
Yeah.
Not educational
Yeah.
stuff. Eric.
How about this one?
I will turn your mic off.
Things that we
Eric?
all
We can't
do.
hear you.
Things that we all do that we don't actually talk about. How many times a day are people doing this? You put your hand up to your nose to pop your ears. Y'all do that?
Sometimes
On an
in
airplane.
this elevator here, or if I've been sneezing a lot, you blow them out.
Want to pop it?
Yeah.
On the list, it says that satisfying feeling when your ear pops and then your hearing increases by 50%.
Yeah, it really does. It's real nice.
Is picking their nose on there?
Picking your nose is not
You
on
drive
here.
around, I think
Someone
people
was texting that.
Oh, yeah. You
About
see that
picking
all the
their
time.
nose.
People spelunking.
they forget that
They're deep in
windows
there.
around them.
Yeah, there's windows that people can see through.
Use a tissue at least. Like, don't go full finger.
I mean, I get you have to do that if you need to. How about the remote goes missing and you are convinced somebody else is sitting on it? Like, did you get up? Did you check? I mean, get up. You've got to be sitting on it.
And a lot of
100%.
times
The
they
couch
are.
cushions, you're probably sitting on it. And they're like, I'm not sitting on it. I feel
Yep.
it under my butt. No, I think you're sitting on it. Where is it? How do we still lose this thing? Still lose this thing?
I told you that stat off there, I think it was. That company for like 13 years, they collect couches and stuff. I forget what the company is.
What do they find?
$60 million worth of change.
Jeez.
Wow.
Because they take a lot of couches and donations and stuff. I forget the name of the company. I just know it's from like 2013 to now.
$60 million.
They shake
$60
them
million.
out and they
That's how
find
much
all the
people
coins.
lose change I feel like who has change nowadays? I don't. You guys walk around.
If I get change back, then I'm like, oh.
I don't even have money.
okay, I got
Like,
some
But you got to
change
keep
now.
a quarter on hand in case you go to Aldi.
Truth.
Oh, because you
for
can't
the
get the cart with
I
the
keep it
quarter.
in my car.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Right
They
here.
have it modernized where you can
Little
just
thing.
like download an app.
Really, Ryan?
Why would they do that?
You think
Aldi.
Aldi has it modernized where there's an app on your phone that you're going
To
go
release the
scan?
card?
No, they sell merch that you can put on your keys where you can put your quarter in it. So whenever
Right.
you're going to Aldi, you already have it on your keys.
Yeah.
Sam, we got to take
God.
Kevin there. I saw a TikTok. The guys picked up a kid and they put him in the front of the basket and pushed it into the Aldi thing and took their quarter. So he was locked in the.
Oh my gosh!
No.
So, you know, they're all
Put the
stuck
card
together.
back. Yeah, and now he's
so-
locked in
The
there.
Aldi
They
over
couldn't
here
get him
by
out.
us. The Aldi over here by us. There was a man who looks to not know where his home is. He was pulling all the carts to see if there were any quarters, so he could, find
get-
change.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes we'll leave a
Sometimes
quarter,
you leave
like
a quarter
to
in
do,
there.
yeah.
And so I was
Okay.
like, okay, so he was just going through every cart to see if he could find the quarters.
I showed you the photo of the guy in Wesleyan. He took a Costco cart. I was like, well played, sir.
Oh, for his
That is
new
a-
home.
I've been saying
If,
that
if you're
forever.
going to get a shopping cart,
You're gonna get a Costco.
those
If
are
it's
the
2
ones
kids in
to
there.
take.
That thing
Right.
is
Not just one,
sturdy.
if it's
You
two.
can
Huge.
put 2 kids in there.
Yeah, that thing's
Other
worth
things
it.
that everybody does but nobody talks about, which I think this is a funny phenomenon. Listen, going to the airport and just watching people's airport behavior is so funny because on the list it says when your flight doesn't board for an hour and you need to eat, but you still go to your gate first anyway just to make sure it's there.
Yes.
Oh, always do that.
Like you have time. You have time.
Well, I do that
but you will go
because-
straight to the gate. And they're like, oh, okay. I always do it because I want to make sure it didn't change. I didn't realize it changed.
I think that's like
wanna
a
make sure the
middle-aged.
gate didn't
That's a
change.
middle-aged white guy thing.
No, but a lot of
dad
times
thing.
Dads, middle-aged white guys, they have to get there.
Dads all have the
2 hours
trailers
your
early.
ticket
together.
will say gate C3, and you
I'm
go
not
to
a white
C3,
dad,
and
and
the
I do
flight is
that.
changed to another gate. So
Look-
yeah, I'll go to the gate first.
Look, the next time you go, Sam, you'll see a lot of middle-aged white guys
Okay.
in their New Balance.
The first time I ever flew to
No, I'm telling
Australia.
you, Ons are the new.
Yeah,
dad
Ons are the
shoes.
new dad shoes.
Yeah.
The first time I ever flew to Australia,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
so nervous. I was going by myself, and I was just really nervous. I almost canceled the trip for my anxiety of being by myself on this long flight. And it was Houston to LAX, LAX to Melbourne. And the LAX part, I was so nervous about the 16 hours in front of me that I wanted to go to the gate and just be there. I just needed to be there. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, gosh, it's like 40 minutes. Where is everybody? Like, nobody's around. This is so weird. Well, they had changed the gate on me. And I'm sitting there waiting for this anxious flight that I almost missed. And I go hauling tail down the hall because I see a trailing line there. They had changed it to that gate. And I
That's
was
why
like,
you go to the gate first.
But I was like, I've never really had
can
anxiety
check your
about a
phone,
trip
your
except
phone
for
will
that
tell
one.
you.
16 hours in that metal bird. Air can't handle. There's no way. You can't go to Australia.
No, you
I
probably
could do that.
16
you?
hours?
I
First
don't-
class.
You could do.
Oh, okay, first class. So
First
like
class,
17 grand.
$17,000.
Yeah.
That's why I'll never do it.
Coach to
just
Australia.
eye-rolling
How
you.
could you
No,
do it?
I did to France. That was 8 hours, and I was in these crappy little seats. I thought I was going to get a nice plane. That plane sucked.
You got an old plane
Was it
versus
all
a newer
Air
plane?
France?
I think it was Air France.
Or
United?
ashtrays.
It wasn't United because I was like, at least United seemed like they're newer. But I
Because
was like,
you really
I'm
gotta,
so
like-
I was like, as soon as I got on, I go, oh hell no, honey, I don't like this. I was like, I had to pop some Xanax right then.
Were you the middle?
Oh my
the middle of
God.
the 4 seats? You
No,
basically sit
thank
in the
God.
middle of the 4
There's
seats.
2 on the side.
So it's 2-4-2.
I think that's what
It
it
was a 2-4-2.
Yeah.
So y'all had the 2 on the sides.
At least I was with my daughter, but I felt bad for her because she was squished in there. I'm like, 8 hours in this crap hole? I thought it was going to be something with more room.
I get
This
these
is something you do
Instagram
for, like,
ads. I see
California.
these. Have you seen these feeds where they'll show like these new first classes where it's a bed? Your seat turns into a bed, and
That's
you're
the
basically
$17,000.
You're basically in a
seat.
cubicle. You've got like a little workspace.
Problem is you don't want to sleep in
I
those
could never
things.
afford that.
Like I did first class when I wasn't feeling good. I flew back a day early last year. Mm-hmm. And I said, screw it. I'll pay. It was $1,000 more.
Oh wow!
But usually if you book first class, it's like $8,000.
Oh, yeah. It's like an $8,000 seat.
What?
So, oh, God, yes.
So
If
I had
you
a
ever
seat
looked at the
for free 'cause I
United
used
app?
miles. So I spent $1,000 because I wasn't feeling good. So I could lay down.
And
But
how was it? Was it glorious?
Yeah, but I didn't want to sleep.
Why?
You're in first class.
Oh, because there's so much
enjoy
food.
the free drinks.
I want
Oh
food.
my
You're
god.
sick. You're not
Like, I
supposed
don't
to
want to
be.
miss the Sundays.
I don't want a
Drinking.
bed because what, you sleep and you miss it all.
That's actually a very good point, Eric.
Why would you want to sleep?
If you were going to be in first class on an overseas flight,
You get
it
like
must
3
be
meals.
so glorious that you don't want to sleep because you will constantly be entertained by the rich
Well,
stuff.
you do because of the
Snacks?
time difference. Like
Cheese plates?
Remember,
I don't
we
even
were
like
up
cheese.
for, like,
I eat
Is there a
cheese
bar
flakes.
on that flight? Which is the Jennifer Aniston flight that she's like,
Emirates.
oh, we're at the bar. We're at the bar.
yes. Isn't that Singapore Airlines?
I thought it was Emirates.
Maybe.
It's Emirates. Yeah. 'cause
When,
there's
um,
that
Dubai.
But
kind
if you're flying from Houston and you get to like Europe and all of a sudden it's morning and your body's on the schedule like it's like 10 o'clock at night, it'd be nice to be able to sleep in a
Yeah,
bed.
I mean, it'd be nice, but if you're spending that money, like Roula and I, after a boot camp, we took that Dreamliner from Chicago to
it was
here.
the 787.
What a
It was
waste.
new.
yeah.
We had
it's
first
a lot
class
of-
because it was only $100 more.
No, I got bumped up for my points. They put me on that list, and if there's enough rooms, I get bumped
like,
up.
I had to
gotta
pay
pay.
$100.
Oh.
So anyway, yes, we ended up being one behind the other. Like the Dreamliner, the way that first class worked was 2-1-2 or something like that. We had the seat. You were behind me, and I was in front of you. It was just a single row.
Yeah, it was weird.
single row.
Yeah, it was a single row in the middle, and that's another one. It was such a nice plane. You didn't want to fall asleep because
was
you're
only
like, wow,
2.5
this is so
hours.
nice in here. I want to see what happens. Nothing really happened.
No, I would fall asleep.
We just had bigger seats.
Like you hear people, what was that one? Concorde?
Yeah,
Back
that
in
was
the
a long
day,
time
They
ago.
retired to Concorde like
Yeah.
20 years
But it
ago.
could get here, L.A. to London, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
it was
not
two.
two.
New York.
I think it was New York to
New York.
London, and
New
like
York,
Yeah.
London or
if it
something.
usually would have been 6, I think it did it like in 3 or something. It cut the time in half.
and they have a new
Man.
version of the Concorde coming out.
Really?
Yeah, there's
a
like
supersonic
There's
jet.
going to be a new supersonic jet that's coming out. I've been seeing. I don't know why I get all these plane things on my Instagram.
Oh, somebody texted. Do you guys not get your text updates about your gates on your phone?
That's what I'm saying. Just-
Well,
Sometimes
yes,
they
United
don't.
does that actually.
you have to
It's very
sign up
good.
for it.
Sometimes they don't.
But,
Sometimes they're not always.
They do have a good
United.
app on United. I got to give them props
They're
because
good.
they do a countdown to the second. There's a countdown to the second that pops up if you sign up for the updates on the phone, not for the notifications. That's the trick. You have to sign up for the notification from the
Right.
United app, and it'll pop it
United,
up,
yes.
and it'll tell you your flight is boarding now, and it's this many seconds and minutes until it boards or it leaves or whatever.
It
so
is
yeah,
very nice.
But
But
Spirit used, they got one of those megaphones from the 20s.
Yeah.
Those the cheerleaders use.
now boarding you,
Kev
Savannah
wants to
again.
use Spirit.
Yeah.
For
We
a
got
flight
Spirit.
to
Yes,
Dewey.
we do.
Mark's like, no.
I know her husband. Like, I found a flight to the East Coast round trip, $136.
How's that song go, Eric? We got Spirit. Yes, we do. I'm sitting next to chickens. How about you?
And her husband was like, "Oh, Spirit, I don't think so." I'm like, "Bro, we can all go see our family for 136 round trip.
That's really
and you
good.
got a free place to stay."
And aren't
That's because Mark's making bank now. He does.
I know
He's like,
he's
I've
balling.
graduated. But my experience
is,
on
I'm
Spirit
not.
was that since it's a brand new airline, it's a brand new plane. It's just not accessorized. You know, it was a
Right.
brand new plane that was very clean,
Right.
but it was minimum accessories. And what I mean by that is like the little thing in front of you that usually would be like a pocket for a magazine or a water bottle. It's just a crisscross little strap you would use when you're mountain climbing.
Right, and then
Yeah, it's like a
the
bungee
tray-
cord.
Yeah, it's like a bungee cord.
The
That should be
tray
yellow.
is only big enough to fit your phone on.
Right, right.
Yes,
Which
like,
is
They
weird.
didn't
why
spend the money on
didn't
any
they-
fabric
What did
for anything.
Like, give us a bigger tray at least.
Right, there's no fabric on anything.
No.
It's real bare bones.
Well, most of the seats do not go back, but at least they're not completely rigid.
And is the only alcoholic beverage they offer Buzzy Balls?
I
Is that
think
it?
they actually.
Buzz balls?
I think they discontinued those because people were
What?
getting too
Turned up.
messed up.
Too turned up.
I'm not sure if they have them, but yeah. So it remains to be seen. We still might be going on Spirit with Mark and Sam this late summer.
Yeah,
Mark's
you're-
getting all those
Convince them.
miles from
He
United.
makes that medical tool money now. He doesn't need no
Yeah,
spirit.
he's not going to
But
Spirit.
Sam is going to be with you.
I'll be with you. Mark's going to fly like first class with Santiago.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
meet you
I
there.
wonder if Mark even tells you what he
Okay,
makes.
bye.
He's probably like, I ain't telling Sam.
Separate accounts.
Yeah, keep
We
it
have the
split.
same accounts. I just don't log in. I just know. So he's just very smart with our money. And
Yeah.
just, you know,
'Cause he doesn't tell you he's smart.
he's just very smart
And
with
by
our
smart,
money.
it means he has 3 side accounts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, save for our future. Save for Santiago.
Don't you hope that someday you'll be like, I saved all this money.
One day he's going to be like, Sam, you don't have to work anymore. You can be a stay-at-home dog mom. And I'm going to be like, okay, cool. Thanks, Mark.
I would not
Thank
be
you.
mad.
See how you
Thanks,
said
I'm
dog mom,
64.
even though you actually have children.
Because the kid will be in school.
They're going to be in school. So I'll be a legit dog mom. I'll be like a nanny once again when I was in Miami.
That's true.
That'd be nice.
Nanny in Miami.
Literally
That's
just
a
pick up the
reality
kid
show.
from school.
The nannies of
hang out with
Miami.
him.
Go play pickleball after you drop him off.
I love
I got my
that.
pickleball on.
Wear my spandex.
All right, coming up next, if you've listened to the show long enough, one of the members of the show
It's crazy.
always complains about how long movies are. Ryan Chase.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see that movie. I saw that movie be 3 hours. That movie's going to be 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Long.
That movie is 3
long.
hours and 9 minutes. Well, we have the science. Science has spoken. What is the perfect movie length? We're going to talk about it next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm pleased to introduce Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
Okay, I just want to remind you guys, since we just played Karma by Taylor Swift, you've got 3 more keywords today that you could listen to try and win that trip we're giving away for the Eras Tour when it comes here in the fall. There's one at 11 o'clock with Sam. There's one at 2 o'clock. There's one at 5 o'clock. And that trip, if you win it, is for one of the 3 locations she's coming to in the fall with round trip airfare, 2 nights hotel, $500 spending cash, and 2 tickets to the show. So hang out with Sam at 11 o'clock to get that next keyword. So a lot of movies are long. Oppenheimer was most recently in the news for being over 3 hours.
Long, and you felt it.
And if there's one person on the show that's going to complain about it, he just did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they make some of these movies
But
so
you've been like that since day
freaking
one.
long.
Yeah.
You haven't changed. You've always
if you've
been
got,
that way.
I mean, if you're, it's okay if you're at home, but when you go to a theater, you got 30 minutes of previews, and you've got the drive to and from, and then you've got a 3-hour movie. That's like 5
I don't
hours
think
out of your day.
A comedy could be 3 hours. I think a comedy has to stick to
Short.
under 2 hours.
Short, yeah.
Like I call Board of the Rings. It's just,
Lord of
so
the Rings is-
boring.
In the era of the 3-hour plus movies, science has done a poll, and Americans think that of all the kinds of movies that are out there and all the length that there is, only 15% of us like movies that are 2 hours or longer. So they have a theory, and the theory is this: the perfect length of time for a movie to run, for you to enjoy it and be entertained and be ready to go, 92 minutes.
Yeah, I'm with that.
92 minutes.
Hour and a half.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, Ryan, you'll sit down and watch that
Binge watch
reindeer,
5.
You'll watch
Baby Reindeer. I've been
you-
watching that on Netflix, and
You sit down
How
and
long
watch
is
everything
that?
for 7 hours.
that's addicting as hell.
So you're sitting there for 5, 6, 7 hours.
But I take a break. I get up.
So it's
I
not really
watch
the movie.
something.
It's more. What is it? More about the comfort.
Yeah, I think so. I
So
mean,
the movie theater kind of sucks.
Look, Zack Snyder did that 4-hour cut of Justice League, and I'm like, oh, there's no way I could do that all in one sitting.
That was good.
But binge shows, it was good, but I had to break it up. But binge shows, that's different because you can break it up. Nobody's really sitting there and watching 7 straight episodes in a row.
Some people
Yeah.
are.
What?
Heck yeah, they
Everyone
are.
in here's like,
I have
Well,
some
but
bunch
don't
of
you
losers.
get up?
and then
Don't
I'm
you
like
get up?
straining to not fall
You'll go
asleep
get a
because I
bite
just want
to
to finish the
eat,
last
or
one
you'll
for
do
20
something?
minutes.
No, I can sit there on a Saturday.
No. On my
Really?
phone because I watch everything on my phone.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's about breaking it into chapters is what makes it more palatable.
Tell you,
I
man.
can watch it.
I don't know.
Your hemorrhoids.
Was it between Bridgerton or Maisel on Amazon or Daisy and the Six? Man, I strained to watch all Daisy and the Six, all of it, because I think it was only how many episodes? Who watched that? 6 or
Was it
7?
6?
And I was like, I can do this.
I'm like, can the Daisy and the Six get together?
Oh my God, Daisy and the
fourth
Six! I
episode.
want them to be a real band.
See, I know
like their
y'all's
music.
tastes. I mean, I would never recommend this to Roula because you would hate Baby Reindeer, but I think that Eric, Kevin,
Is
and
there
Ahmad
brutality?
would love it. I mean,
there-
You think Sam
a
would
lot of
like
violence?
it?
Sam, you'd love it. It's about a stalker, and it's just so intense.
Sam's and Stalkers. She's in.
Yeah, sounds good.
Stalkers?
Can I
Serious?
borrow your Netflix password?
You need my Netflix
You don't have
password?
Netflix for real?
No, we can't. We got kicked off because you're sharing it with Ray, and we're
That'd be a
in
good,
2 different
that'd be a
states.
good
Ray is
Christmas
your
present
brother-in-law.
to give her.
Yeah, Ray's my brother-in-law.
But you know, as much as
So,
you
chip
like to
in.
watch that, why wouldn't y'all
Yeah.
as a couple just decide we're going to spend money on this?
Like, if there's one streaming platform to have, it's Netflix over the rest of them. They're
Yeah.
the best.
well, we don't pay for the rest
Like
of them.
one beer.
And that's what I'm saying,
You
Sam.
pay for
like
anything?
at some point, like you're not in college anymore, so like stealing the passwords and all that. At some point, you and Mark, who have a
You're
child
32,
now,
Sam.
have
You
to
should
decide. Well, I think
go
we're going to
get
just
a
kick
streaming
$12
service.
a
But yeah,
month
you'll
to
go and have
Netflix.
those IPAs, and they can't be
Right.
cheap.
Talk about what's the word that I want to
Priorities.
use? Thank you. That is the word that I wanted to
But
use.
So
Why
you'll
do
spend
Netflix is
$17
our
on a
priority?
drink, but not that for a
Yes,
month of
because-
entertainment on Netflix.
Because I rather go out and enjoy the beer and
But
enjoy
you
the
like
atmosphere.
watching shows.
Right, but I'm not dying because I don't have Netflix.
But if you had it, you would.
You would watch
Good
it a
go.
lot. It's kind of
I
like
also have
I feel
a
like
toddler that I'm like watching like a hawk.
right, and Netflix has
Because
Coco
that
Melon.
guy is
it has all
wild.
these shows for him.
He don't watch TV
He
like
doesn't watch
that.
TV.
He doesn't watch
There's only
any,
one. He
like,
should
pretty
be watching
colors.
TV.
No.
we
Pretty
put
colors.
we put it on and he don't care.
Like
We
Miss
don't-
Rachel? No, Miss Rachel?
No, we don't watch TV.
No. He wants to get hold
I
of the
know I'm gonna
blinds
get yelled at
or
for that.
wires. He loves
Beige
wires.
Well, he
that
wouldn't
doesn't
be,
watch
he wouldn't
TV.
be
not
trying to stick
electrical.
his fingers in there if Miss Rachel was on TV and he was mesmerized.
I know. Apparently I need outlet covers at my house
I'm
now.
bringing
'cause
them over next time.
Santiago, her son, is at outlet level
Oh,
now.
yeah, he
Oh,
is.
that's
Baby-proof
dangerous.
age.
And it's so funny because Sam gave us a kitchen table, and twice last night, Santiago's right at table level. He went, first time, the 2 minutes in the house, not even, maybe 30
Hit
seconds.
his head.
Yeah. I was like, that's your table, bro. That is your table, and you ran into your own table.
They don't
That
know
is on you, bro.
Has he seen the table before?
Has he seen it?
Yes,
it was in the
'cause
front room.
It's the office table.
You're blaming a
Doesn't
1-year-old.
remember.
Yes,
Not
he
the
saw
fact
it.
that- oh my
This is
God.
how you
He
know-
saw it.
This is how you know Kevin doesn't like children. Okay.
No kidding.
Just real quick, the 92-minute theory. If you've seen the movie Dodgeball, Kung Fu Panda, Beetlejuice, Monsters Inc., or Toy Story 2, those are 92-minute movies.
I need to watch Beetlejuice. I've never seen that one.
You've
first
never
one?
seen it
Weird.
ever.
It's
It's a weird.
Yeah,
it's
I don't-
very Tim. It's Tim Burton.
As a
so-
kid, I was like, that did not
No.
intrigue me.
Yeah.
Me
I-
neither.
It's just
I
weird.
watched it recently, Eric. I think maybe I was on an airplane, and it didn't hit the same way as it did the first time I saw
Well, the
it.
new
You know
one's
what?
coming out.
Okay.
Still hits in that genre, in that era, is Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I really did like
I
that
didn't
movie.
like that
I like
much.
that.
It was
Isn't that
weird.
Yeah.
waterbed? And he got scared.
Yes, and
Everyone's haircuts and
I
everyone's
love
plants.
the little town that they live in. It's like this pure little town.
And it's a real
Stepford.
town. Follow this. There's this one thing I follow on Instagram. It's filming a location
Yes.
then and now. And it'll show like a scene from the movie, and it'll show what it looks like in 2024 where they filmed
Cool.
it. And the neighborhood for Edward Scissorhands was a real neighborhood. They just painted the houses like these
All those
crazy
bright
colors.
colors.
Yes, bright colors. Every yard was perfect.
You have TV homework over the weekend, Eric. Movie homework.
Time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, a new study from Wallet Hub ranked Houston, Texas as the nation's fourth most diverse city. The most diverse cities
Fourth?
demonstrate.
I thought we were number one.
Yeah, we were number one forever.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're number 4. It's in the Chronicle.
That's
Front
not
page
good.
of crime.com. We're
Chronicle.
fourth.
We've always been number one.
What did we do wrong?
I don't know.
Who beats us?
They don't even have it in the article. It just says Houston's fourth.
Wait, what?
I'm serious.
Type
Click a little bit further
Let's
than
look.
the thing
Follow
next time.
Tron. You can follow them on Instagram, or you can just
They
get
would
the
do a story
subscription.
and tell us the other three.
Yeah. So
I didn't
while
look that
you're
far.
looking that up,
Oh my God! Seriously, we're looking it up. I cannot. If you're gonna tell me I'm number 4,
I
you
didn't know
better
it's
tell me
number
what's
one.
beating us, because I gotta know.
who's number one?
Click
most
your story. Aren't you linked
diverse?
to it right now?
No, I got to log on to it. Hang on a second. I got a subscription for Cron.
Oh,
Oh,
look at you
jeepers.
flexing over there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where's your
Sam
music?
has got Netflix.
Kevin, where's your music?
Freaking $1.99.
I bet you use premium gas. over
It's
there, too.
$1.99. Ooh,
Fence
spending a
daddy
lot of
over
money.
here. Spending
I
always
want to
some
give a
money.
shout
We
out
will
to
never know
Adoption
the other 3
Palooza.
cities.
Adoption Palooza is happening tomorrow. If you'd like to get a pet, rescue a pet, there's 15 shelters participating. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 1314 Brittmore. Is that Powder Keg? That's right at Powder Keg, I believe. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Let's
Nothing
do
else
it.
is on Brittmore, really.
No, that's all there is over there. So they've got dogs and cats. You can chat with a vet and a trainer. They'll get all your questions answered and ensure that you have the best new companion. So
It's Germantown, Maryland. I'm dying on this hill. Did you finish? I'm sorry. I found
go
it.
ahead.
Germantown, Maryland beats us in diversity, according to Wallet Hub. Number 2 is Silver Spring, Maryland, and then Gatorsburg, Maryland.
Oh, Gators.
And how big are these cities?
How is that possible?
There's probably like
They're very small.
500 people.
The scores are like this. Number 1 got a 73. Number 2 is a 72.85. Number 3 is a 72.74. And Houston's a 72.37. So we win.
We're pretty much the same, and we have
We're the biggest
7.5
city.
million people.
Yeah.
Arlington, Texas is next.
And then Dallas is
And then
number
New
8.
York. New York's in there is number 6.
So we're more diverse than New York City. Take that, Yankees. Okay. Friday Free For All is coming up next. Mr. K, what are you going to surprise us with? Any surprises?
Cute Doja Cat mashup that's going to make you like that song, Roula.
I'm going to tell you my secrets. At 9:20, I'll tell you my secrets behind the scenes with me and Doja. Me and Doja's secrets. Okay. Friday Free For All is next on The Roula and Ryan Show.